How's it going, guys? Luke here from 4Gamers, and today I'm proud to present to you all a new series on our channel, Planet Coaster. So I've always been a huge fan of the Roller Coaster Tycoon games and also all roller coaster games and basically any simulator game, so like The Sims and all that. So I'm really excited to play this game with you all. And yeah, with that, let's get started. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to be starting a new sandbox mode, and I'm just going to be building, and leave your suggestions down in the comments below what you want to see. So I'm going to go through and kind of talk about what I've done. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy. So with that, let's get started. Alright, so I start off with a little plaza in the beginning. I kind of just wanted to put like a plaza in front of the main gate. So you'll see later on, I kind of just build this big main gate where you can kind of enter through, kind of like, I don't know, like a Disneyland big entrance or something. But yeah, I started off just kind of with a palm tree theme. I actually named this park Palmside Park, so yeah, you'll see a lot of palm trees in the rest of the video. So I just started decorating it. I was really kind of just playing around with like the, you know, I don't know, bushes and stuff. This was like the first time I'd really seen some of these bushes because I'd played like career mode before I had played in sandbox. So just going for kind of that tropical feel. If you guys didn't already see on the main screen my avatar on Florida, so I guess you guys kind of see where I'm from. Yeah, I really love the palm trees. I really love the feel of Florida. We have like a lot of theme parks here, so it's kind of really cool to be able to make my own, especially after being able to go to like parks like I don't know, Universal and Disney and all those, so even Busch Gardens and stuff, so all that area, it's really cool. So here you're going to see me start building my main park entrance. So here I'm putting like a little hole in the front where I'm going to put information booth there, so you can kind of get information before you enter the park. And here I'm building just like a little archway for all the guests to go and walk through, so they come right through here. And I was just kind of playing with like a brick feel. I don't know, I thought it kind of matched the feel of like the, you know, tropical feel, kind of laid back, you know, not anything too like fancy, too regal, and nothing too you know, old, just something that was kind of interesting, something somewhat modern but also gave this sort of character feel to it. So you're gonna kind of see me just playing around with some of these shapes. It was the first time I worked with these walls. In campaign mode, the first thing you start off with is like this pirate theme, so in that I was making like these little dingy shacks and whatnot. So with this, you'll see me just playing around with the roofs. I kind of wanted to get like a flat roof here. I was having a little difficulty matching the shapes of what I wanted, but I get it to work out in the end. I was trying right here, looking for kind of flat roofs to fit on top, but then I sort of, in a minute you'll see, I kind of decided to go with something else. I decided to build something up, so it kind of gave it kind of like a, I don't know, like a little tower feel to it. So yeah, you'll see that in just a sec. And yeah, I was looking at some of these floors. They're really interesting patterns I might want to use later. But yeah, right here you see it's building kind of like a little steeple to it. Not really trying to make it fancy or anything, just want to give it some character. So, and yeah, I kind of just decided to make it kind of small because I don't want something that's super huge. Didn't want it to look like, you know, a school bell, yeah, school bell tower or something like that. So here you see me just finishing up the roof, just playing around with some more of the little shapes. They're a little strange to fit in, but it was really fun to play around with this, especially I think it turned out pretty well for my first building here in Planet Coaster. So yeah, you see me just breaking down some of the walls. So yeah, I don't know, I really like the feel of having a main entrance like this. You know, pretty much any park you walk into, you're going to have something like this. In Planet Coaster, if you do the campaign mode, you don't really get this kind of feel, but I really like the big entrance. You walk in, you know, you get really excited when you're walking in. You see all this brand new stuff. You're really excited about what you're going to be doing while you're in the park during the day, and it's really cool. So my plans for this park is I kind of want to make it multi-themed. In the beginning, I sort of want to give it sort of like a Universal Studios City Walk feel, where you kind of have a lot of restaurants and like gift shops and whatnot in the beginning. So you'll see like I'm going to be just kind of building some buildings right after this area, and I really just kind of want to give it that nice homey feel. And then later on I'm going to make like a big pond in the middle, and I have plans to make a big pond where it's going to be like a circle that goes around it with a pathway. So it's kind of like City Walk, where like you can go to either, I don't know if you've ever been to Universal in Orlando, but they have like a big circle that you go around, and there's like Hard Rock Cafe on the other side of the pond, and you can either go into like Islands of Adventure or you can go into Universal Studios, and there's two different entrances. So I kind of want to go with that sort of feel with this park. I want to have like a free entrance in the beginning and then like make different entrances to different theme parks. So it'll give me some like creative liberty, so I can, you know, make something that is like, you know, like a pirate theme or a sci-fi theme and sort of separate them out and whatnot. So I'm excited about that. And so yeah, here you see me, I'm just making like a little cover. I decided to put some ATMs right outside of the park. I thought it might look really cool. And so yeah, you see me just also decorating, starting to put some of the little finishing touches. Well, not finishing touches, I'm just beginning with this, but I got really into the plants in this game. Like, they're just I don't know if you guys have ever seen this game yet. It's been out for, you know, about a month or so, but these plants in this game, they're just gorgeous. So yeah, now I'm just adding some more palm trees. Now, I don't know, I really like the feel of the palm trees. I like the tropical feel. So right here, I was having a little bit of difficulty trying to get this to be the same height, so I was using the move tool trying to just transfer it from one side to the other, and it just took me a little bit of time, but I got it there. So after that, I just sort of duplicated like the feel of the plants and flora on the other side. And so yeah, I just kept on working on it. I really like how well designed this game is. Like, all the textures, you can tell that they put a lot of effort into it. Like Planet Coaster compared to like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and stuff like that, even Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I never actually got Tycoon World because I saw how it turned out and I was really disappointed, but I was so happy that Planet Coaster came out because it looked like such a beautiful game and just well thought out, you know. Like, a lot of the controls are a lot better, you know. I heard something about like roller coaster design and World wasn't as good, but yeah, I don't know, this game really is really immersive. Like, when you play it and you're making things, it sort of feels like a sim game, you know, having that design aspect and design feel to it, but it's just so beautiful, you almost forget that you're actually like playing a video game. Like, you feel like you're literally making your own park. So with this, I sort of want to give like a water feel, you know, just add to that tropical effect. So I made like a little crescent moon around there, just took it back a little bit because I extended it too much, and I just want to give it a nice little watery feel to it. In a little bit I'll do a little bit more with that water. But yeah, so just adding some more palm trees, want to add some rocks just to, I don't know, just give some texture to this area. The entrance needed just a little bit more, but I really liked, I added this bridge because I felt like it gave just that slight little nudge in like a positive direction for this park. It really kind of made it look, I don't know, more immersive. Like, you feel something exciting coming over that bridge. You're like, wow, what am I about to go into? So I'm just taking some, I don't know, design ideas from some of the parks I've seen in Orlando. A lot of them have just a lot of open areas, a lot of places where you can just relax, hang out, and a lot of it's just like, they really go all out when it comes to the like colors of like flora and plants. Like, they go, especially if you go to Disney, they have amazing botanists. I don't know what they do, but they just make it look amazing with like colored Disney statues of like Mickey Mouse and things like that. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things of parks that I love, is like the way they do their landscaping is just amazing. I just can't believe how they do it. So here I'm just adding some more details. I kind of decided to just put that on the top, and you can see I put those little entrances to the park. Those are I'm gonna make those free in the end, so you don't have to pay to go through those. But I just kind of want to give it sort of that feel of, you know, you have to go through security before you get into the park, because that's at every park now. And yeah, so then I started adding up some advertisement signs, kind of what you see when you go to any park. You'll see, hey, look at this ride, this looks really cool, you should ride this when you get here. And so yeah, I was just going for that feel. I thought it just kind of added that little touch that kind of gave character to the park. And so yeah, if you guys have any ideas for this park later on, let me know. Right now I'm just kind of building up kind of like the City Walk area, sort of like the restaurant and dining and gift shop area. I'm gonna get to the parks a little later, but right now I was just getting immersed in like the way this game looks. It's just beautiful. Like, I can't believe how amazing they are able to make these designs look. And so I threw down that Rex mascot. He's like my favorite mascot from this game. I love the dinosaur that runs around. And so what you're seeing me do right here, I kind of wanted to add some like planters on the sides right here. So what I was trying to do is trying to make it look like dirt, but it was kind of shiny, so I couldn't quite get the brown feel. So instead I kind of just, I'm going to throw it down. You'll see I'll throw down plants on top of it, and the plants look nice, but it just looks a little strange having that big like brown box there. So I just kind of turn it into look like pavement sides or the curb. So I turned it kind of grayish. and just adding some more plants and stuff. Now I'm just adding some water because, you know, you gotta have those little water fountains when you have a theme park. I mean, you can't get away without it, so I'm just adding some like bubblers and some little fountains. Makes it look nice. And then just adding some more plants, and I gotta make it, this is called Palmside Park, so I gotta make sure I add some more, you know, palm trees. So you see me here just adding some more palm trees, making more decorative effects so it's a little bit more immersive when you walk into it. Trying to really engage with that like tropical feel for this park. So just throwing down some more, you know, flowers, and you'll see me in a little bit working on the back. So here I'm just kind of trying to get to the advertisements. I'm going to throw some on the back as well because, you know, you got to have those advertisements everywhere. So on the back you guys see I kind of wanted this like entrance to have more than just the information. I also put some restrooms in there because, you know, if you've ever gone to a park and there's no restrooms, that would be bad. But whoever designs parks is really good, amazing, because, you know, they think about everything you have to do. Eating, sitting, getting out of the heat into the air conditioning, all that. So that's some of the stuff I really want to do with this park, like really make it feel like a real park, you know, something like you're going to Disney or Universal or Busch Gardens or something like that. So I also kind of was thinking about it. They have some water rides in this game, so I kind of want to make like a water park area of this park. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that, and if you guys have any ideas for themes for the parks. Because I was thinking about having like a piratey theme, maybe a water park piratey theme, definitely a sci-fi theme because I really love sci-fi. I really love things like Doctor Who and Star Trek, Star Wars, Flash, just all those different things of like sci-fi things. So yeah, and what else? I also was thinking about maybe making like a fairy tale land, or maybe even like adding some like magic, kind of like the Wizarding World, because I love Harry Potter's amazing. So you always have to have that magical feel, kind of make a park just feel like it's something different, something you couldn't go to in your day-to-day business. So yeah, so right here, what you see me doing, I'm trying to make a little like security entrance because I just wasn't cutting it, just having in the gates. So I'm actually making like little metal detectors and putting it up. I'm just using like door frames or something. And then I went into the shapes and I was trying to, you know, I was looking for tables at first, but then I just ended up making my own. So what I did is I just got these like rectangles and recolored them. And so I was kind of like putting them on top for the metal detector part, and for the tables I just kind of extended them out. So I took this little bit and kind of made out. So you have like, nowadays they have all this technology. A while ago you had to like put your bags on these tables and then they'd like ruffle through your bags trying to check for things, but now it's really cool actually. It's almost like going to the airport. They just have like metal detectors that you walk through, and they have the x-ray machines that they send your bags through, so they don't have to do all that. So there's the x-ray machines. Your bags are going to get sent through to make sure you're not carrying any weapons. I don't know, it's interesting, a new thing in the world, but it's really cool. I thought it would make this park seem a little bit more realistic. I'm kind of just going for a more like, not necessarily a more realistic feel, but I definitely want to make a park that like you walk through and you're like, wow, I wish this was a real park in real life, you know? So like some of the rides I'm going to make, especially the roller coasters, I want to make them feel really immersive and make them feel like, you know, you're actually riding real roller coaster. So those are some of my plans for later on in this park. But yeah, so you just see me extending the table, and you can go pick up your bags at the other side. And so I don't know if you guys already noticed, I was having some issues with like people walking straight through the metal detectors and walking straight through the bag check. So after I add these like little poles on the bottom to hold up the table so they're not floating, I'm gonna kind of play around with the pathway. Yeah, you see I'm playing with that around with the pathway, so they only walk in one direction, so they don't walk through those tables, because that kind of makes it lose that effect. But I think it still looks really good, and so I just had to go and do some cleanup, fixing up some of those paths. But yeah, I don't know, I really, speaking of like the paths, I really like that color of the brick, like that brick color. I don't know, it's probably my favorite path in this game. It just kind of gives that sort of like warm feel to the park, and I don't know, just something special about it. So here you see I had those little bits that were hanging off that I couldn't get rid of, so I was trying to fill it with rocks, but instead I just filled it with, you know, some more flowers. Thought that would look nice. And then after that, what I did is I sort of realized there was a little bit that wasn't finished, so I added those there. And yeah, so that's how it's looking right there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below with any ideas you have for the future of this park. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'm Luke from 4Gamers signing off.